Hello, good morning to all. Today's topic is modification of VCR vapor compression refrigeration to standard saturated single stage means SSS cycle, standard saturated single stage cycle for subcooling and superheating. We have to convert regular VCR cycle into a subcooling process and superheating process in the subject of refrigeration and air conditioning system. In this lecture, we have to cover definition and understanding of subcooling process and modification to SSS cycle for a subcooling process. And the next topic is the definition and understanding of superheating and modification of SSS cycle superheating process, standard saturated and single stage vapor compression refrigeration cycle. What is subcooling? The subcooling process in that we have to remove additional heat from the refrigerant for a regular cooling process. If you have to consider any heat exchanger that's remove heat from a working fluid from 50 centigrade temperature to 30 centigrade temperature means 20 centigrade temperature drop from inlet to outlet in a regular basis. If we have to give additional cooling after the output from the heat exchanger at 30 centigrade and we have to remove additional heat from 30 to 28 centigrade means 2 degree temperature difference. That's called as a subcooling process. In an actual refrigeration cycle, the temperature of the heat sink will be several degrees lower than the condensing temperature to facilitate heat transfer. Means we have to remove additional heat from the conditioner output which temperature is lower than the conditioner output temperature. Hence, it is possible to cool the refrigerant liquid in the conditioner to a few degrees lower than the condensing temperature by adding extra area for heat transfer. We have to maximize the heat transfer surface. In such a case, the exit condition of the conditioner will be in the subcooled liquid region. Hence, this process is called as a subcooling process. This process we have to see in a diagram. The modification of SSS cycle for subcooling process, standard saturation and single stage cycle. For on figure 1, the pH diagram pressure versus enthalpy, and in second diagram is temperature versus entropy. Subcooling is beneficial as it increases the refrigeration effect by the reducing throttling loss at no additional specific work. First we have to show the diagram. The process 1 to 2 is a compression process. Process 2 to 3 is a condensing process. Process 3 to 4 is expansion process. And 4 to 1 is a evaporator or heat absorption process. Here 3 to 3 dash point is a subcooling process. Here we have to not giving any additional extra compressor work or not give any higher electrical output to a compressor. In this same compressor work, we have to increase the refrigeration effect in a evaporator from 4 dash to 1. Regular conditioner output is 0.2 to 0.3. If you to consider 0.3, the temperature is 30 centigrade and 0.2, the temperature is 50 centigrade. The temperature drop between the conditioner input to output is 20 centigrade. If we give the extended surface for heat removing This give a from point 3 to 3 dash. As the 3 dash we have to consider as a 28 centigrade temperature, means 2 degree temperature drop during the subcooling process. It means that it's give a higher refrigeration effect in evaporator, means point 4 to 4 dash we can get maximum refrigeration effect in a same compressor work. The liquid enter into the throttling device leading to its efficient operation. In this TS diagram, we have to show process 1 to 2 is compressor, 2 to 3 process is condenser process, 3 to 4 process is expansion process, and 4 to 1 process is a evaporator process. For a regular process, point 1, point 2, point 3 and point 4. For a regular process, there we have to not giving any subcooling process. But we have to give additional or extra cooling after the condensing process. That's called a point 3 to 3 dash point. Means that point 4 to 4 dash, this is a additional cooling shown in this diagram. Means this is the line is highlight, this give a additional refrigeration effect in the cycle in a same compressor work. The main major advantages for subcooling, for a same compressor work or electrical input, we can increase the refrigeration effect in a VCRS system. Next is a superheating. What is a superheating process? The temperature of the heat source will be a few degrees higher than the evaporator temperature. Hence, the vapor at the exit of the evaporator can be superheated by few degrees. If you have to consider this is an evaporator, the inlet temperature is minus 20 centigrade and the outlet temperature is 5 degree centigrade. If we have to increasing temperature from 5 centigrade to 10 centigrade, means 5 centigrade, we can increase the temperature after the evaporation process. It means we have to absorb more and more heat up to 5 centigrade from the evaporator exit. That's called as a superheating. If the superheating of refrigerant take place due to heat transfer with a refrigerated space, low temperature heat source, then it called a useful superheating in a increasing of refrigeration effect. This 5 centigrade temperature from exit of evaporator we have to increase, but in the case we have to increase this 5 centigrade temperature inside the evaporator, means that it's absorb more and more heat from the unclosed spaces. It means that it increasing refrigeration effect of the cycle. On the other hand, it is possible for the refrigerant vapor to become a superheated by exchanging heat while the surrounding as its flow through the connecting pipeline. Such a superheating is called a useless superheating as it does not increasing refrigeration effect. If the increasing of temperature for refrigerant after evaporation process, this is a useless superheating, means we have to absorbing heat from the surrounding or atmosphere. This is not a part of refrigeration effect inside the room. If we have to absorb or increasing of the temperature refrigeration effect inside the room and the refrigerant become a superheated, that's called a useful work. If the temperature increasing by the surrounding or atmosphere, there is a useless superheating process. Here to shown in a pH and TS diagram. Useful superheating increase the both refrigeration effect as well as the work of compression. Here process 1 to 2, here is a 1 dash point. 1 to 2 process is a compression process. 2 to 3 process is a condenser process. 3 to 4 process is a expansion process, and 4 to 1 process is a evaporator process. The normal process is 1, 2, 3 and 4 for an VCRS cycle. From one point is a saturated vapor enter into the compressor. After the compression process, it's become a superheated at the point 2, and the process 2 to 3 is a condensing process, and 3 to 4 the expansion process, means it's called a throttling process, where we have to decrease pressure and temperature of the refrigerant. Then after the 4 to 1 process is the heat absorbing process from the unclosed passage. If the refrigerant are become a superheated at point 1 dash is here, that's also a maximum heat absorbed from the atmosphere or unclosed passage. Here is the COP, ratio of refrigeration effect and work of compression, coefficient of performance, may or may not increase with superheated depending mainly upon the nature of working fluid. Even through useful superheating may or may not increase the COP of system. A minimum amount of superheaters is desirable as it prevents to carry the liquid droplet into the compressor. In this diagram, we have to clear that. For an TS diagram, the normal process is 1, 2, 3 and 4 for an vapor compression refrigeration system. For an one process, the saturated refrigerant are entered into the compressor. At this time, maybe some of the liquid droplet are available and it's enter into the compressor. At this time, it's not sure that it may be increasing of COP or decreasing of COP of the system. If the superheating process that's mentioned as a superheating process is done inside the evaporator, that's also increase the refrigeration effect. If this process is done outside of the evaporator, it may be not affected to a refrigeration effect or COP, means refrigeration effect are same, not increasing, and COP also not increasing. So it's necessary to that the superheating of the refrigerant always done inside the evaporator, so we can increase the overall cycle COP and refrigeration effect during same compressor work. We no need to give any additional or extra work for a compressor in a subcooling process and superheating process. Same compressor work we have to increasing subcooling process or superheating process at the evaporator. It's increase the overall refrigeration effect and COP. Okay, thank you.